Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I made this project with products from Stampin' Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. I also will have links for the products that I used to be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up. When I post this, these products may still be available. The new catalog comes out May 2nd, and I'm posting this on April 27th. And so these products that are in red bold are retiring. Sometimes they're not always available at that last minute, but that's okay. You can decorate this project any way you want. You'll see where to find the download for the directions and all the links at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. For this project, I am using the Layering Circles dies, retiring, but that's okay. You don't have to have these. I'm using Brilliant Wings dies and the Brilliant Butterfly stamp set. And I have these already on my Stamparatus. The Stamparatus is also in the process of being phased out. You should be able to get these online, at least for a while. You need a couple of things from the hardware store. I got a big jar full of these couplings, but you can buy them one at a time. They do have a little ridge in there, and it's a 1-inch coupling. And mine is 2 1/8. So if yours is a bit taller, maybe, I don't know, you want to measure that height. Also from the hardware store, you want to get some fender washers. These are 3/8 by 2. You definitely want it larger than your coupling. And you want some liquid nails. There might be other glues that you can use, but I know for sure that this works well. So let me go ahead while I've got my Stamparatus out. I have already cut the butterflies. So I'm going to fit it into this shape. Let me make sure this is, looks like my cardstock got moved a little bit. And this is a solid stamp, so I need to be sure and have the magnets out of the way. There we go. So I'm going to put that in here and find my Calypso Coral. You could use the full size, but I'm just going to ink just that one butterfly. And the Take Your Pick tool usually works pretty nicely for pulling those out. I have also cut the detailed butterfly out, and I use the also retiring vellum layering designs. You could use just regular vellum if you'd like. I like that little bit of detail there. And I'm going to glue it right over this butterfly. I should have mentioned why I'm making these. This glue is a very thick glue, but it's wonderful for crafting. But it's got a flat bottom. It does have 2 ends on it, but I never use this side. I always use this pointy one. And so I want the glue to be down at the tip of the glue bottle, ready for me to use. I find that when I have it upside down, it doesn't come out very much. So if you put it in some sort of holder with the tip down, the glue will be there ready for you. Now vellum does show through when you use glue, but I'm going to be covering this up with some black matte dots, also retiring, I believe. So I'm going to use one of the big ones at the head and the smaller ones down the body. So we're going to let that dry for a little bit. I didn't mention that you'll also need a 3x3 piece of designer series paper that coordinates. They're not exactly the same. So you're going to put some multi-purpose liquid glue on here. And I'm going to just stick that there, pretty close to the center if I can. While that's drying for a little bit, I'm going to put some tear and tape on both sides of the back of the designer series paper. And I like this end better, I think, so I'm going to start with this side. And I'm going to put this. Now the coupler does have some printing on one side. I don't know if you can see that. This side is much smoother, so I want this to be the top. So I'm going to put this right there and roll it around. Take the backing off the other side. And make sure you press it down firmly. And the pattern kind of makes that disappear. I have also got, this is cork contact paper. So it's actual cork on contact paper, and I have cut this out with the number 5 smooth layering circles dies. And I think this is dried enough. And so even if you don't have the layering circles, if you just glue this on a piece of designer series paper and cut with about 1/2 inch around it, it's okay. But I find that these scallops are a really nice way of cutting this evenly. So every other scallop I'm snipping to the washer. I like the washer there. You could use cardboard or something like that, but I like that it's a little bit heavier so that it's not as likely to tip, and it kind of stays on the table when you take the glue out. And I'm going to put glue right around the edge of the washer and also at the ends, not all the way to the end. This will ooze out a little bit, but I might even do myself a favor and bend this a little bit. And then you're going to push these little edges over. You want them as tight on the washer as you can get them. If they pop up, that's okay, because this one's going to hold the last one down. As you go around, the new one, just hold the newly folded one. And then you might have some points on it, so if you roll it on the edge, it'll help those smooth out a little bit. And then we're going to put this contact paper, this cork. All I have to do is get the backing off of it. There we go. It looks like I chipped it a little bit. It will be just fine. And we'll stick this on here. Okay, so it goes this way. And then I want to put some of that glue on. Now, these glue bottles, you can have little points on it, but frankly, it's kind of a pain to get that where you want it. And I've got this scrap. I was going to get just a scrap of paper, but that's really handy right there. And get a toothpick or just a branch from outside or a coffee stirring stick. And we want to spread some of that glue right on the edge, all the way around. I probably got way more glue than I need. And for what it's worth, that little bit of roughness from that printing is probably going to help that glue hold on to the PVC coupler. And then just stick that in the middle. If you get any oozing out the side, you can use the other end of that stick just to kind of scoop it up. And then it will need to set to harden. But I want to put this over my seam. I think I want to put it over my seam. Oops. So clearly I should let that dry a little bit longer, but if I hold it on here, and I'm going to want to kind of curl that around a little bit. And this will make a pretty addition to my desk and also be very handy for holding my glue. You can make this. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Home near the top of my page and you'll find lots of resources. Under Shop, you can find the products I offer to make crafting more convenient, how to get free products with my frequent shopper rewards, and a link to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Inspiration to scroll all my projects back to 2011, most with detailed directions and videos. Though the products in those older projects have been retired, you may find techniques, layouts, or color combinations to inspire you today. If you're new to stamping, you might want to look at the basics. You'll find how to cut card bases and layers, what's special about Stampin' Up! Stamps, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find lots of free resources such as catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, color tools, and much more. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for stamping. You can learn about my Evernote notebook. I have a note for every current product that Stampin' Up! Has for sale right now. And you can sort them all by the type of product. You can search just for the stamps. You can search just for the designer series paper. You can search for the phrase that you want or an image that you would like to use. You can search all the products that come in a particular color. It really makes finding just exactly what you want very easy. You can create your own notebook and search through all of the things that you own to find just what you need. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, Or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or start a Stampin' Up! Business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on my YouTube channel. I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.